This is the ultimate versus battle. This is LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant. Both in their peaks, and both with strong title teams that complement their game. I think I speak for everyone when I say that the biggest disappointment as an NBA fan, and definitely as a Laker fan, is that we never got to see Kobe play against LeBron in the playoffs. So we're going to make it happen here, and we're going to see the outcome of what would have been the biggest individual playoff matchup since Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson. Who would win in a 7-game series between the 2009 Lakers versus the 2016 Cavaliers? Make sure to comment your opinion to put your perspective on the matter. To get started, let's look at the roster from each team. Now here are the per game and advanced metrics for the regular season and playoffs. The Cavaliers and Lakers are similar in many ways. They both have long and versatile players like Lamar Odom, Trevor Ariza, Iman Shumpert, and Channing Frye that can guard multiple positions and shoot the 3-ball. And if you compare their advanced team stats along with their per game numbers, it is nearly identical across the board. The Lakers had a more dominating regular season, but the Cavaliers performed better in the playoffs. So I have no doubts that this series will go back and forth, and many of the games will be decided by what happens in the final possessions of the game. However, the Lakers have an obvious size advantage over the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson is 6'9" and Kevin Love is 6'8". Meanwhile, Bynum and Gasol are both 7 feet tall. So there are two ways that this series could go. Gasol and Bynum could impose their will over the smaller defenders and therefore force the Cavaliers to go big. So that means that they will have to put players like Timothy Mozgov in the game just to try to shut down Bynum or Gasol on the post. If the Lakers could get Mozgov to play big minutes for the Cavaliers, then they would have a good chance to win the series. Now the Cavaliers could easily counter that if they were to continue the hot shooting that they displayed in the playoffs. The Cavs were a very good perimeter shooting team during the regular season, but their shooting in the postseason was nothing short of legendary. In the playoffs, they made 12.3 threes per game, attempted 30.2 threes per game, and shot 40.6%. Let's take for example their series against the Atlanta Hawks, who were the NBA's second-ranked defense during the regular season and limited opponents to 33.8% from the 3, the 5th best mark in the league. However, the Cavs shot over 50% from behind the arc against the Hawks. There was just no one that could match up with LeBron James. No one could stop his penetration off the dribble, which means that the Hawks had to leave defenders sitting at home to cut him off. That left players like Kevin Love and Channing Frye wide open on the perimeter for easy looks. That series shows us that if you don't have anyone that is capable of staying in front of LeBron, then you have little to no chance of winning a 7-game series against him. So their 3-point shooting might have to force the Lakers to use Bynum seldomly during the series. But the Lakers had to do something similar against the Orlando Magic in the 2009 finals. The Magic constructed a roster that season where they surrounded Dwight Howard with 4 shooters on the floor. The Lakers couldn't use Bynum much during the series, and that forced the Lakers to play Lamar Odom big minutes. That is what most likely the Lakers will have to do to defend the LeBron, Love, Frye frontcourt that the Cavs will often deploy. So that means it's on Trevor Ariza and Kobe Bryant to try to stop LeBron from breaking down the Lakers' defense with his penetration. Ariza and Kobe are both capable defenders, and they wouldn't make things easy for LeBron. Now it's time to see how the stars would perform against each other for the series. In the case of Kobe Bryant, I believe he would put up big scoring numbers. J.R. Smith is going to be the one guarding Kobe in the series, and Kobe has had tremendous success against him in the playoffs. In the 2008 series against the Denver Nuggets, he averaged 33.5 points per game on 50% shooting, 6.3 assists per game, and 5.3 rebounds per game. In the 2009 series, He averaged 34 points per game on 48% shooting, 5.8 assists per game, and 5.8 rebounds per game. Kobe's going to look to shoot for the record books, and he's going to have overwhelming success. LeBron is also going to perform just fine against Bryant and the Lakers. For his career against Kobe, he's averaged a combined 28.2 points per game on 46.9% shooting, 7.4 rebounds per game, and 7.3 assists per game. LeBron has also won 16 out of the 22 games that he's played against Kobe head-to-head. So I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking that the Cavaliers will come out victorious for this series, given the track record that LeBron has against Kobe. However, it should also be noted that LeBron played his worst against Kobe and the Lakers in the 2009 season. He lost both games against the Lakers and shot a combined 31% from the field. So we shouldn't count this Lakers team out. I believe the Lakers would match up well against the Cavs, and it will go all the way down to the deciding 7th game. If you've been following my channel, you know my allegiances are with Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. So I gotta go with my Lakers to win in a close game. Now, where do these two teams rank all time among the greatest teams in NBA history? That will be discussed in my upcoming book titled The All-Time Greatest NBA Book. You just finished hearing a short excerpt of Chapter 3 of my book. After I finished ranking the 50 greatest teams ever, I wrote a fun chapter about a few of the head-to-head matchups for some of the greatest teams ever. To give a few examples, I wrote about this matchup. I wrote about the matchup between the 1986 Celtics versus the 2001 Lakers, and of course, the 1996 Chicago Bulls versus the 2017 Golden State Warriors. I also count down the 50 greatest playoff moments ever, the 50 greatest playoff runs by a player, the 100 greatest players of all time, and more. The book should be out within a few weeks. If you would like more information about the release and content of this book, I would ask if you can subscribe to my Basketball Universe channel. I have the introduction of the book available publicly for you all to enjoy, where I talk about the concept of the whole book. I talk a little bit about myself, and I also talk about how the career and death of Kobe Bryant helped me realize what my standard of greatness is. It would be greatly appreciated if you all can click on the link and read the first portion of the book. And if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like the video. Thanks for listening.